We're celebrating women from all over the world right here on DXB Today.
Welcome to DXB Today. It's International Women's Day and we are honouring the strong, talented and amazing women of Dubai.
That's right, Dubai is home to many highly accomplished women, and we will meet some of these trailblazing ladies on the show today.
Absolutely. We've got so much to celebrate. We're also going to be shining a spotlight on women who have found success in their fields and are also actively helping other women find their strengths. So, ladies, an all-female board today. Who do you think gave you your strength then growing up?
Well, personally, I have to thank my mom and my grandma, two very highly independent women here in Dubai, and they always encourage me to do better and bigger.
Yeah, it's always best. Amy Kay?
I have to say both of my parents,
Yeah.
they've really both encouraged me to go out and be the woman that I am today. So,
And I think that's it, isn't it? It's like, I know we spoke about it earlier, like obviously usually our mothers are super inspirational, but for me, my dad was really inspirational as well. The day I passed my driving test, came home and my dad said, right, I'm going to teach you how to change the wheel on your car. I said, why? And he said, so you know how to do it yourself, you can be independent. So I love that. So I'm really looking forward to today's show. So it's all good fun. As I say, it's all females today. So our guest co-host is a multi-talented and extremely successful entrepreneur. She is using her superpowers for good. And she's mentoring women in business. So let's find out who it is.
Hi there, I'm Jen Blandos, the founder of Female Fusion, and I'll be co-hosting DXB Today.
Well, before we speak to Jennifer a little bit later, our reporter Dua met up with a dynamic and well-known Dubai personality. Sara Al Madani wears many hats. She's a fashion designer, she's a CEO, and she's the youngest board member of the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Let's take a quick look.
So tell me about your journey as an entrepreneur and as a female entrepreneur, which we know there's not as many of.
My journey started as an entrepreneur when I was 15 years old. And you know, when you're young and you're confused and the world told you who you should be and how you should be, you're just following the rules and the guidelines of these things. But as I got older and I started discovering myself more and more, I started unlearning everything I was told, how I should be, who I should be, and started to discover myself. And when I started discovering myself and I went on this self-discovery journey towards myself and towards spirituality, that's where I became the best version of me. And that helped me become the best version of a leader in my work, in my family, in my relationships and everything. So being a good person isn't just for the world and for the people around you. It's for yourself, it's for work, it's for so many things. And that has been my biggest transformation.
So how do you manage stress? Like, you own multiple businesses, you wear many hats. Yeah. So how do you manage stress with all the hats that you're wearing?
For me, I don't take everything so deeply. Like when I'm facing failure or a burnout or anything like that, I don't take it in so deeply. You know, I say, okay, did something wrong, or I'm burnt out right now. Let's get better and let's get back in action. So for me, I don't take anything so deep and let it affect me and affect my performance. And I always take time for myself, always. Yes, I do. I have 9 companies and I'm a public speaker and a single mom. And how I see time is that time doesn't exist. It's just, time is an illusion that tells you when you should sleep and when you should wake up. How you manage your time is what makes your life different. Some people have a 9-to-5 job and then their life is over after that. Some people have like no jobs and they have businesses and it's like, let's say 5 to 12 a.m. and then their life is over. And then you have these 24 hours and it's up to you how to use it. And that's what makes our life different and our results different. So that's how I see it. And I don't stress myself a lot.
I love that. And what would be your advice to Emirati, Khaliji, any woman that is going on her own self-discovery journey and maybe thinking about becoming an entrepreneur?
Before you start anything, before you start thinking of entrepreneurship or innovation or anything, I think the first thing you should work on is yourself. You need to release yourself from the heavy weight of society, their expectation, the stereotype, how you should be, what you should be, and you should just do what makes you happy. I think it's a given right for us to live freely and to be happy. And everyone is allowed to practice it, no matter what your gender is, who you are, or what you are. You have these two given rights, and you should just practice them. And once you release yourself from these societal shackles on your feet, you're going to be free to run as fast as you can and to be whoever you want to be. So release it and then start your journey, because if you start your journey and you're still shackled to the ground, you're going to get so lost and confused, burnt out, fail even more than you should. So yeah, I've been liberated when I did that.
Very insightful. I think a lot of women would benefit from your advice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi guys, you are watching DXB Today.
What an amazing personality. And speaking of amazing, we've got Jennifer with us here. Jennifer, can you tell me a little bit about the Female Fusion Network and what do you do?
Yeah, so the Female Fusion Network is the UAE's largest professional network for female business owners, and we have a wider community of 30,000 businesses, and we have a paid membership of 1,000 female-owned businesses right now.
It's incredible.
Amazing.
Why did it start? Was it something that was missing, or what made you do that?
Well, it started out of the pandemic. Female Fusion originated as a Facebook group.
Yes.
And, and I think most of you are familiar with the Facebook group. Yeah. And, the Facebook group initially was, where do I find this? How do I get a cheaper courier? How do I work out this with my business? And in the pandemic, we had people who were struggling with their businesses, and there were a lot of women who lost their jobs as well. And so we found, as a result of that we needed something that was a bit more structured. And to be able to do that, it needed to be a business. So it became a licensed business in the pandemic, and it's grown from a few hundred members to well over 1,000 today.
It's amazing.
And I can't wait to learn more about that after this quick break. So don't go anywhere, because we have more dynamic and outstanding women on the show coming up, and an exclusive chat with inspirational speaker Lisa Nichols. So stick around.
Welcome back to DXB Today. We're here with entrepreneur and business mentor Jennifer Blandos from Female Fusion. Jennifer, talk to me a little bit about how the business landscape has changed in the UAE then, particularly for women.
So I think the UAE is one of the best places as a woman to own a business. And I say this when I meet people internationally. The number of opportunities that women have and the flexibility that they have for setting up a business. And there was some big changes that happened over the pandemic with the introduction of the e-trader license, which meant that people didn't automatically have to go and get office space combined with their trade license. So that was a game changer for people who wanted to be able to work from home, because a lot of women oftentimes want to have a business that they can fit around having children.
Yep.
Not all women, but that added greater flexibility and more women taking trade licenses as well.
Absolutely amazing.
And I love that successful women want to reach out and lift up other women. And our next guest also pays it forward by helping Arab women enter the corporate world and find leadership positions. Please welcome business mentor and founder of She is Arab, Samar Al-Sharafa. Welcome, Samar, to the show.
Thank you, Maita. It's lovely to be here with you today. Thank you for having me.
So, Samar, we want to know, what is She is Arab and where did it come from?
She's Arab is really an initiative to address the issue of lack of representation of Arab women and their lack of participation in the workforce. So it is an advocacy platform, but also an opportunity to engage with leaders to address the leaking pipeline of women in mid to senior management. I mean, we have a major issue, which is nobody's looking at the attrition and retention of mid to senior level executives. And hence, we end up with very few women making it to leadership positions. We have only 15% of women in MENA region making it to leadership positions, and a very low rate of women's participation in the workforce as well. It actually goes down to 20%, which is the lowest in the world in comparison to other regions. So this is an issue that is integral. It must be addressed if we are to look for, a sustainable, prosperous future for the region.
Samar, how do you find as well with Arabic-speaking women who are setting up businesses? Do you see any changes with that? Are there more women that are setting up businesses?
Well, I mean, as you rightly said, Jen, the UAE is the place to be to set up businesses, especially for Arab women. I really believe that I'm fortunate to have been here, to start my business here. It's very accessible, it's very easy. You have multiple options as well. You could even register businesses sort of in free zones or onshore, etc. I find that it gives a lot of liberty, flexibility. A lot of women call in to ask, like, how can I do this? Where can I go? And honestly, there are myriad options. I've even just recently been in touch with an economic zone that has packages specifically for women. So there's also a drive, there's an intentionality in a way of trying to attract more women business owners.
Mm-hmm. So what do you feel, and this is to both of you, what do you feel needs to change in the upcoming years when it comes to females in the workplace?
Oh, there's so much that needs to change. That's a tough question.
This is only a 30-minute show, I'm afraid.
Yes. No, and it's a very, I mean, this is a great question, especially with today being International Women's Day, with the theme being digital, you know, inclusion of women in technology and innovation to drive gender equality. I think workplaces need to be more accommodating for women. Mm-hmm. They need to provide flexible and hybrid work arrangements. Mm-hmm. They need to be free of biases, free of microaggressions. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's a lot that can be done on the individual level, on the corporate level, but also on the policy and regulatory affairs level. So I think awareness raising is key, and that's why this day is very important. Again, we're not celebrating women only today. We should celebrate them every day. But it's particularly important today because it raises awareness.
Yes, and Jen?
So I'm going to talk about it more from the entrepreneurship perspective, because absolutely what she said is correct. But the challenges that women have as business owners is we get access to less funding, we get access to less investment, and also contracts. So globally, women-owned businesses are getting 1% to 2% of contracts for their businesses. In the MENA region, this past summer, women received 0.1% of funding. So there is a problem still, and one of the things that we see, the role that we can play, is that we have such a large community of female business owners that we need to start helping them connect with businesses that will buy from them, with investors who will invest in them. And it's only then when we start to do that that that's really going to make a change.
That's amazing. And I guess it's all about, you know, getting the word out there as well, because I know both of you were actually on the same panel just recently at the STEP conference.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
how, you know, you must be shouting it from the rooftops as much as possible.
Absolutely. I think the fact that we were at STEP discussing that is already an achievement, because STEP is no longer just looking at you know, capital, profit-driven enterprises, but also as socially driven, impactful businesses like ours. And that's why I think it was great to be with Jen on that panel. I got really positive feedback again about like raising awareness about all these key issues that we face as female entrepreneurs that are not necessarily discussed as much as they should be.
And I actually had the pleasure like meeting Jen on one of these panels, and I want to ask you, Jen, how important is having these discussions, like these panel discussions, to motivate women and to kind of talk about the entrepreneurship business here?
Well, it's education as well, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, part of it is education, right? Because I think nobody really tells you or prepares you for what it's like to have a business. If you go to business school, you still don't know exactly what it's going to be like until you're in it. And so being able to know what good looks like, being able to be surrounded by other women who have done it, who are successful, who can share their experience is great. But then the other thing as well is also just your network, because especially when you run a business, your network is so essential. And so I often say to our members, your network is your net worth. And so we're also looking for constant opportunities to help them connect not only with other business owners, but people who will buy from them, businesses they can source from as well. So that really gives them access to more opportunities and a wider network.
Did you see that? Maitha, that was you there at one of Jen's events.
Yeah.
I see you. Sana, one final question. How do we we get involved? Obviously, I'm not your target market, but, you know, how anybody watching now that's inspired by what you've had to say, how do we get in touch? And what do
I think I would recommend that you reach out. I'm there on LinkedIn, mostly active there on She is Arab's page and as Samar Al Shurafa, also on various social media channels, Instagram and so on. I think volunteer your time as individually. If you're not able to do anything else, just volunteer some of your time, whether it be it for mentorship, for advice, being on an advisory board, just, you know, support the cause, if you will.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sama, thank you so much. It's been so important to have you on today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, Sama. So now, Jennifer, it is time to find out how much you've been paying attention to today's episode. It is the all-important DXB in 60 seconds. And you've got to answer as many questions as you possibly can within 60 seconds. So can we please cue the clock in 3, 2, 1. What annual event is celebrated today? Is it International Father's Day or International Women's Day?
International Women's Day.
Which Emirati celebrity did we feature on our video club? Is it Sarah Al-Madani or Safa Al-Siddiqui?
Sarah Al-Madani.
Correct. Which DXB Today presenter interviewed Sarah Al-Madani? Was it Dua or Ash?
Dua.
Correct. Which institution is Sarah the youngest member of? Is it the Dubai Chamber of Commerce or Sharjah Chamber of Commerce? I put my teeth in. Yes, Sharjah. Which Arab business mentor did we have on the show? Was it Samar Al Shurafa or Samar Hefni?
Samar Al Shurafa.
Yes. And what is Samar's expertise? Business mentorship or resume writing?
Business mentorship.
Yeah. Correct. What is the name of Samar's business consultancy? We Are Arab or She is Arab?
I could say that without even... She is Arab.
And what service does She is Arab offer? Is it work opportunities for Arab women or vacation planning for Arab women?
Oh, I bet, you know, some of us would think vacation planning, but it is business.
Congratulations. You got 8 answers correct. So let's have a look at the leaderboard and see how you did.
Congratulations. Let's say
you are tied in first place. Congratulations, Jen.
Well done, Jen.
Well done.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you, Jen. It's been really nice to have you. It's time for another break, but when we return, we have an interview with an internationally renowned, inspiring and transformational figure who is helping alter mindsets. The one and only Lisa Nichols. So don't go anywhere.
Welcome back. Yes, I'm here with Lexi, who mesmerised us on the show with her first single, and she's back with a brand new song. Lexi, thank you so much for joining us on DXB today.
Thank you for having me again.
So you're going to be performing your new song, which is Put Yourself Out There. Can you tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind this song?
I wrote this song after an amazing trip in the US. I went to LA, Nashville, New York. When I was in New York, I met this cute guy, and it was kind of a thing of, I feel like as women we've become very scared, probably because of our experiences, especially in Dubai, to say we like someone or be honest about it. But this song was kind of a thing of just to just go for it anyway, because, you know, if you never tell someone you like them or you never show your interest, then nothing will happen. So it's kind of an empowering song.
And I know this is one of like 12 songs. You're releasing a song every single month, that's right?
Every month, last Thursday of every month, there's a new song. And they're all my experiences and disasters, but some of them are positive, obviously. And yeah, this one is one of my favourites, I think.
OK, well, I'm very excited to hear it. Now, I know that you have got a dance for this song as well, and if we want to follow your dance routine, we can follow it on TikTok, that's correct?
It's on TikTok, it's on Instagram, but on TikTok, I'm Lexi Official Sings. So I'm encouraging people to join in.
OK.
It's so easy, it's 13 seconds, you can do it.
Amazing. Well, I'm sure Matha and Katie and I will be participating in that, definitely. Well, while Lexi gets ready to perform, Dua was at the recent Mind Valley Live event in Dubai and met another inspirational powerhouse, Lisa Nichols. She is one of the most sought-after motivational speakers and is a best-selling author. So let's see what she had to say.
What can you tell us about finding your voice if someone's really struggling to find their voice?
Right. First of all, thank you so much for allowing me to touch your soul. And finding your voice it's one about finding and recognizing that you have a voice. It's speaking up when it's uncomfortable, or it's asking for what you need and what you deserve. It's also trying your voice out in a new form. When I talk about honing your voice and owning your voice, it's also people who are in a public, people who are leaders and executives, taking their voice to the next level. It's understanding that your mind can speak, but your soul has so much more to say. And what does it mean to allow your soul to have the microphone? If we gave our soul this microphone, what would it say? What would our desires be? And how alike would we be?
If you could give them one call to action, what would it be?
It would be stay in action. Right. That action is the antidote for your despair. And action is the prescription for your success. Mm-hmm. That most people who are not happy are also not in a lot of action about making themselves happy.
Very valuable indeed. So what are you doing in Dubai? What do you think of Dubai?
So, I travel over 200 days out the year. Wow. And I go to at least 8 to 10 countries a year. And Dubai, by far, is one of my most favorite places on the planet. I love the energy. I love the fight, and I say fight in a beautiful way, the fight for more. Yeah. I love the hunger. I love, honestly, selfishly, I love the way I'm loved here. I love the brown love. I love the woman love. I love the beautifulness. I love that, like it's rich. I don't know why it's bringing me to tears, but it's just so rich. And I don't mean that materialistically. Yeah. I mean that heart and soul and hunger and willingness to do the work. Mm-hmm. Like willingness to do the work. And I love coming. This might be my 4th time. I'm already planning. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm just coming back again next year. I don't know what, and I don't ever do that. Yeah. But I just want to come back. I want to be here. I have friends here. Dubai is and I want you to understand when I say rich, I'm not talking materialistic. Yeah. There's a rich sense of culture. There's a rich sense of desire. There's a rich sense of intention, spirituality, faith, depth. And I want to be a part of any way I could help move that to certainty, to results. So I love you. I love you. I love you. I love this place. I love how it makes me feel. I love how welcome I feel. You know, I walk through the world and I'm respected. I'm grateful that I'm respected as a woman of color. When I'm here, I feel connected.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's the leaders of this great country that have created an environment for women to be celebrated, but also an enriching environment for talent and energy, people, an exchange of energy.
I got myself emotional. That's why I love Dubai. I was like, I didn't see that coming. I'm grateful. I want my children to come. I want my husband to come. Yeah, I want us all to experience this. And I want to come back. There are places you make your away home. You know, you're a home away from home. And Dubai is worthy of being the home away from home for so many people.
Well, we definitely look forward to having you back.
I look forward to coming.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Thank you.
I'm Lisa Nichols, and you're watching DXB Today.
Well, that's it from us. We've already spoken about the women that inspire us, so now we want you to tell us about the women that inspire you with the hashtag DXB Today. What an amazing show we've had.
What an amazing show. It was. A lot of fun. Really interesting topics that we spoke about, female empowerment.
And as well, can I say that, like, most of our production team are all women as well. Our executive producer, we've got 3 camera women here, the Asmas. We've got Asma 1, Asma 2 and Fatma, and our production team as well. So we've done really well, haven't we?
Yes.
Gosh, big up the women today.
Definitely.
Have you learnt much today?
I've learned a lot. And I can't wait to dive in more.
Well, listen, it is bye for now from us. But don't forget, join us tomorrow, same time, same place, as we face, apparently, our deepest, darkest fears. But for now, Lexi, it's over to you.
Yeah, I wanna do something crazy. Would you come along with me, baby? Sitting here with my margarita, thinking about how much I want to see you, but oh, I know it's stupid, oh, impulsive, but I want to do something crazy. Would you play along? If I booked their flight to NYC because the universe was telling me that I should rock up right outside your door, would you think I'm psycho and freak out, or would you jump right in without a doubt? I guess I never know the truth if I never dare. Oh, you know you only get one life. Oh, you gotta put yourself out there. Oh, oh, you gotta put yourself out there. Oh, oh. Yeah, I wanna do something crazy. What if some of those sat waiting for that one perfect moment? What if, well, it just don't come so? Or be courageous just like me, spontaneous. Yeah, I wanna do something crazy. Would you play along? If I booked their flight to LAX because the universe said take that bet, and if I sing loud down on the boulevard, would I finally sign a record deal or just make $10 for my next meal? I guess I never know the truth if I never dare. Oh, you know you only get one life. Oh, you gotta put yourself out there. Oh, oh, you gotta put yourself out there. Oh, oh, you gotta take that ball by the hunch. You gotta run right into the unknown. I'm gonna take that ball by the horns and ride it till I wear it out. If I bought that flight to Tennessee because the universe sent me a melody so I could write this song about that LA boy. Oh, would he think I'm psycho and freak out, or would he jump right in without a doubt? I guess I never know the truth if I never dare. Oh, I'm gonna sing it in a country round. Oh, sing, you gotta put yourself out there. Oh, oh, you gotta put yourself out there. Oh, oh, you gotta put yourself out there.